I just want to say I don't think that the United States of America is deserving of respect if they don't follow their own constitution. Specifically, uh, well, actually, let me phrase it a different way. So, regardless of the syntax of and the legal framing of constitutions in any country, if you get uh, things put inside your body during surgery from uh, a surgeon while you're unconscious. I don't care whether you're a veteran or a contact sport athlete, and then they proceed to bribe you with pussy in a sweet house somewhere in some sick neighborhood somewhere in the country to shut you up. Uh, I don't respect any kind of country that pulls crap like that. I'm an American citizen, born and raised Utah. Uh, both sides of my family go back a couple hundred years. It's not really all that relevant. I mean, if you're if your parents were immigrants and stuff, and you're born here, you are a citizen. Period. Anyways, on that note, if there is so so this is why I am so motivated to uh, get rid of psychiatry so I can get my body back. The way it's going, I mean, I've got a pile of books in my living room, and I would be motivated. I don't need this and the wrist chip or the other stuff I go through to motivate me on education. I want to be educated, and that's that. Um, but it's coincidental that I have to educate myself in specific ways to uh, have the arguments to uh, um, fight against psychiatry, because there's been about 3 occasions in the past 6 months where law enforcement was listening to me describe my side of the story, and they say, "Hey, have you ever been diagnosed with a mental illness?" And my taxes are paying for those cops. Um, and you know, I'm noticing that the majority of people who aren't accused of a mental illness don't give a shit about people that uh, have been accused of a mental illness. Most accused of a mental illness are not as mentally tough as I am, um, with the ability to endure lots of shit. But this thing in my shoulder, the clamps. Okay, so I am on page 2 of a book on the floor, Material Science and Engineering. One of the categories of material science and engineering is biomedical, which is composed of parts of the other groups of materials. Uh, and there was a guy at my old jujitsu gym. I spoke out at my jujitsu gym about this, and I got mocked for it. I got clowned on. Uh, One guy, he goes, my my mom's a neurosurgeon, blah blah blah, and that's not possible, blah blah blah. And okay, well, you know, whether people say things aren't possible or they say the heavily repeated phrase, why would someone do that? Uh, so, to the second one, it doesn't matter. I don't care why someone would do it. Fact is, it got done. Now, the first one of is it possible? Fucking no shit. It's possible. Uh, so, now it says in the state constitution of Utah that uh, it's inseparable from the union and stuff. And uh, well, I don't care about that. Well, Mormons are tight when it comes to a lot of the government functions. It's a powerful church, and they are revered for very rapid rates of language learning. And I don't know. Um, they wouldn't have. Uh, so, anyways, I'm not. I would not be surprised if there are other people in other countries who get things put in their bodies during surgery when they're unconscious without their permission. Um, and but at the same time, I wonder if there are countries out there on this planet that don't pull that shit, or there is a route to um, get it out. Now, here in Utah, people have a tendency to walk past me and do these Boy Scout, CIA, secret agent head signals, eye signals, hand signals, leg signals, and I respond to none of them. I try not to anyway. I mean, eventually I slip up because it gets in you. But uh, I just refuse to participate in that crap. Um, there should be a route for someone to, you know, we're supposed to be okay. The politics of the nuclear family seem to be dominant over the individual. This is supposed to be a country where the individual has the ultimate say of liberty and sovereignty. And boy, that's difficult. I mean, because, and it's important because uh, I'm noticing everyone goes after, uh, well, actually, I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to be wrong and stuff. I'm just not going to say that right now. But I have very low levels of respect for America. The majority of citizens, they don't respect themselves. They don't want to live healthy. They don't appreciate their First Amendment. And then the powerful, and that could be money, it could be other methods of power, uh, have this tendency to put obstacles in the path of justice. I'm just going to rehash. I know I posted this on another YouTube video. Uh, the surgeon put a catheter in my subclavian vein and inflated it. And it was like, I don't know, that big, maybe. I felt the pressure of it when it inflated. But he left it there for 10 seconds maybe. If he'd have done it for 30 seconds or more, and I'm not a fucking doctor, but I'm not stupid. If you had if he had left it inflated for for a longer amount of time, the spot where my vein had crimped would have stretched, and uh, he wouldn't have had to. He didn't have to do what he did to me. Um, Now I do know I am noticing this that I thought of this the other day. So veterans, they have a DD 214. At least Marines do. I don't know about Army and Navy and all of them. I don't know if every branch of the military uses the DD 214, but it's kind of like how I have a criminal record and it can be looked up. They can get looked up and stuff and get tracked and stuff like that. And so you join the military, you become a member of a network. And so maybe they go through things that I don't, and they get so there's either they get go put through things that I don't get put through that may be tougher potentially, or they get pampered because they were good boys and good girls and they said yes sir and yes ma'am to the government, went overseas and fought for Israel and fought uh, foreign enemies that were of no threat to our land or constitution. Now, I still think that the idea of America is amazing, and if the situation called for it, I might defend this land domestically. But the fact that I was born with asthma was a blessing because it kept me out of the military and it made it so that I don't become a part of their network. And I don't want to be a part of their network because there's something wrong with it. I don't know. Maybe they have connections overseas and they're avoiding problems at home. They do more traveling. Who the hell knows? But as a sociologist and with no college degree, but I don't need a college degree to be a sociologist because sociology is a subject that is it's a little bit different than say anthropology. Sociology is a little more political. Anthropology is scientific. It is historic. It is historic scientific analysis of human existence. Whereas sociology is the analysis of society, and it's just a hair more political. And how serious you want to take those things, that's up to you. I mean, if you take a sociologist in a monarchy and a sociologist in a democracy, they're going to have way different ways of thinking because they're going to see two totally different fucking societies. Uh, and I don't know what to, I've never heard, I don't know if people have said that Nazi Germany was a democracy. I've only heard them say it was a dictatorship. Same thing with North Korea and Kim Jong Un, and that. Some people might argue it's democratic, though. I don't know. But the whole point of this video is America thinks they can run around the world and implement morality and solve problems, and yet there's so many problems here. Anyways, I gotta vent. This is my only way of getting things off my chest because I don't have friends. I don't talk to my family. So I gotta let the world know the things that are uh, the problems that affect me that could affect them, and I gotta use my First Amendment. That's all I've got. If I lose my First Amendment, I don't have shit, but I have at least that. So yeah, uh, I'm not scared of Mormons. They're nice to most people. Most people think they're very, very nice. Uh, but they are they are protecting a it was a Mormon surgeon that put this inside me. And I don't know if it people think I'm property or some shit, or I'll be in mid conversation with someone, and uh, the other day, about a week and a half ago, I was at the courthouse to read law, and I was in conversation with a one of the sheriff guards, and I was talking about some things that pissed me off about one of the other guards, and this guy was just sitting there making excuses and stuff. And he's sitting there, he's talking to me, and he's saying things that they bugged me. But while he was saying it, my arm was going numb. So the clamps were getting activated. So whoever it is that has the controls, I don't think, I don't know who it is, but whoever they are, they were trying to read my mind and thinking I was going to hit the guy. So they were making my arm go numb. For the most part, I'm in damn near full control of my body. Um, but it's not the only time that's happened. There's been other times I've been talking to people and my arm goes numb. So yeah, it's crazy. Well, I just wanted to say that material and science, material and engineering, or material and material science and engineering. There we go. Uh, on page fucking 2, uh, disproves the opinion of the guy that I talked to at the gym. How his mom was a a neurosurgeon or something like that, and if America was so amazing, what happened to me wouldn't have been done. Uh, Veterans, they take the bribe. I won't take the bribe. I live here because I got stuck on disability, so life support, and people won't work me, or they'll work me for like 2 days and then can me. Utah's a right to work state, and it's an at will employment state. So, but at the same time, it says that blacklists are against the Constitution, the Utah Constitution. I don't know how you um, I don't know how you crack down on injustice in the economy. I mean, you need money in order to file a lawsuit, and the free services they reject me. So, and I know. So, anyways,